Is the Kingston area real estate market on thin ice this year? Well, that's the question we're exploring in this February 2026 market update. Before we raise any alarms, it's important to remember that we're still very early in the year. February data can show trends beginning to form, but it's often too early to call the direction of the market with confidence. That said, let's look at what's happening in each community. Starting with Kingston in February, 204 new listings came to market. That's down 22% compared to February last year and down 14.7% year to date. 94 homes sold, which is down 8.7% year over year and down 2.7% year to date. The average sale price is $573,000, which represents a 3.3% drop year over year and 4.4% year to date. And days on market is currently 44 days, which is 9 days longer than last year. So what does that mean? We're seeing less inventory coming to market and slightly fewer sales, with homes taking a bit longer to sell. Prices are slightly softer, but not dramatically so. And overall, this still looks like a fairly stable market, just not as fast moving as we saw a few years ago. In Napanee, there were 31 new listings, which is down significantly year over year. And year to date, new listings are down 26.3%. But 21 homes sold, which is up 10.5% over last February and up 3.4% year to date. The average sale price sits at $505,000, which is really flat with last year and down 4.3% year to date. Homes are taking about 56 days to sell in Napanee, which is 8 days longer than last year. So in Napanee, we're seeing less inventory, but slightly stronger sales activity, which reflects the relative value of homes that are a bit farther from the city. Prices have remained relatively steady. In Loyalist Township, which includes Bath, Amherstview, and Odessa, there were 40 new listings, and that's down 13% year over year, but actually up 1% year to date. 15 homes sold, which is down 11.8% year over year, and year to date, we're down 3.2%. The average price in Loyalist Township is $548,560. That's down 6.7% year over year. Year to date, prices are down 2.8% in Loyalist. Days on market is 64, which is 36 days longer than last year, which seems like a strange stat. And you only have 2 months, so I wouldn't place a lot of stock in that. Year to date, the average days on market is the same as it was last year. Looking at South Frontenac, there were 40 new listings in February, which is flat year over year, but down 7.4% year to date. 9 homes sold, and that's down 25% year over year, but year to date, that number is 2.5%. The average price is $511,889. That's down 2.4% year over year, and year to date, it's down 2%. And days on market has dropped significantly. That drop in days on market suggests that last year there was a sale of a property that had been on the market for a long while. Now let's talk about Stone Mills, where the numbers get very small. There were 7 new listings, and that was down 73% year over year. Year to date, we're down 40% in new listings in Stone Mills. Only 2 homes sold in February. That's down 84.6% over last year, and year to date, we're down 66.7%. The average price in Stone Mills in February was $342,500. Year to date, that's down 1.3%. And days on market. So days on market jumped to 165 days in Stone Mills, which is 129 days longer than last year. This is a perfect example of how stats can mislead. One of the homes that sold had been on the market for 183 days, which dramatically skews that days on market statistic. When you only have 2 sales, a single property can change the entire story. Finally, in Gananoque, there were 12 new listings, which is down 7.7% year over year, flat year to date. 5 homes sold, and year to date, the sales in Gananoque are down 61.5%. You'll remember that there were no homes that sold in Gananoque in January of this year. The average price is $377,980. That's down 23.7% year over year and 17.9% year to date. Homes are selling in about 38 days, which is faster than last year, and year to date, that number holds true. Again, with such a small number of transactions, we need to be careful about reading too much into those percentage changes. So is the market on thin ice? The honest answer is right now it's too early to say. What we're seeing is a market that looks different in each micro market. Some communities are seeing fewer listings, some are seeing steady prices. Others show stats that swing widely simply because the number of sales is so small right now. The key takeaway is that real estate remains very local, and understanding your specific neighborhood matters far more than national headlines or even regional averages. If you're thinking about buying or selling in Kingston and the surrounding communities, the best step is to look at the numbers for your specific area and property type. Hey, if this information has been helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for tuning into the Kingston Real Estate Insider. Stay smart, stay local, stay ahead. Catch you in the next episode.